Well, hello there, space fans. Well, no, that's not the intro this week. Welcome and welcome back to the C of creativity. That's right, it's me, Boba Fett. No, sorry, it's not me, Boba Fett. That's just a prop. So, this week's C is creativity. And while I want to be creative in some of that, as a team, we have to be creative and encourage the creativity. My current team is one that's filled with a diverse group of individuals, and a diverse group of individuals who have to deliver on so many different things. But sometimes that creativity is not part of it because they deal with systems, they deal with data. But a third of the team, they deal with that creativity. They deal with that helmet. This is what they need to do most of the times. It's very important for me as the leader to recognize that those individuals needed that time we talked about last week as a leader, but also I need them to work with the others that deal with the systems and data. Because sometimes that creativity, that jump into that next level of belief is very important to getting to that next level. Sometimes an upgrade is not just an upgrade. Sometimes an upgrade to a system involves changes in the interface. And so we have to be creative as far as how we train and how we help others understand. And it's not just putting on a different hat. It's also listening to what our team needs, but also what our clients and partners need. And so when we think of creativity, we've delivered things where we use a tool called Vyond or Powtoon, where we create little videos to kind of connect with some of our learners so that we can make some of those changes. But it's not just a matter of putting little figures or little videos together to tell a story. It is about making sure we connect it to the system itself and zoom in, zoom out. Make sure that the story is told, but it's engaging and it relates to what we're trying to demonstrate. When we introduced a concept about, we're going to add this feature to Teams. We didn't do it and just went through a checkbox. We could have did it in one page. Hey, install it here, click here, type these words. It'll get you that. But the creativity that one of our designers put together was really about being that superhero and understanding the different portions of it. Now that engages the learner because this is not just a checkbox. This is something that we need to do. And I'm going to pay attention to for a little while, and I'm going to watch it again. So it encourages others to also think a little bit differently as far as how we communicate, because not all training has to be dry and boring. All training could be that helmet. It could be you're somebody else. Because sometimes it's just a matter of taking you out of your comfort level and making sure that you're taking that time to think a little differently. Now, last week, I wore the writer's hat to talk about leadership. This week, I'm going to tell you that writer's hat is very important because sometimes you have to change the script. And that creativity is getting a chance to step out. Now, one thing we do with our team sometimes is that if they're struggling with being creative or taking a little different creative approach, because from a data perspective, being creative is not always helpful unless you're trying to figure out a new chart and graph in which to explain data. What I try to do is take them out of that environment so that they can let loose a little bit and be comfortable with what the team is doing, but also demonstrate that creativity outside of it and bring it back to the work. So you can have that data, but it's how you represent the data. Those infographics that you're not using, start using them. You can tell data a little bit differently and put on a different hat to that data, but still have the same data points. So think through where that creativity lies. And if you're not really good at it or your team isn't, bring in others that can be creative. Bring in others that can help them understand where the possibilities are. Because creativity is not just for those that can be creative. It's a possibility for all of us. And that creativity helps drive the change in the organization. Without it, we're kind of dull and boring. So think about which hat you're going to wear. Think about which direction you're going to guide your team in. And also think about, as a team member, how you're going to bring that up in different situations. If you're in a terse conversation, or tense conversation, tense conversation, think about how you can make it easier. It's like two TPs in a wigwam. It's too tense. It's not a funny joke, but it can break the mood every once in a while. So think about where you draw the line and where your creativity is going to come from, but also think about how you're going to implement that, whether you're on a team of one, you're on a team of many. That creative point is really up to you and when you decide to use it, because that can drive some of the change that you're looking for. Well, that about does it for this C. Now, next week, I'm going to have Terry with me again to talk about your questions and the engagement that you all have had. I'm hoping that this week and the last couple of weeks in the C of creativity really drives some of you to put more in the comments. Tell us about those creative moments in your life, in your career. Thanks, and have a great day.